Whenever I tell bad Russian jokes, they get me extra marks. This is the Mississippi King, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Golden Axe Warrior. And I made it back to the room I died in. In the last part we finished most of the second dungeon, so now all that's left is the boss. And see how quickly this thunder magic makes a short work of the boss. It's ridiculous. So here we have the crystal, and our maximum life is increased yet again. So I'll meet you back outside. Chaos Control! So here we are outside. Why don't we go save our game? Just to be sure. You know, just in case. And let's look around some more and see if we'll find anything interesting. If they would stop slaughtering me, that is. Okay, that's more like it. I guess in the meantime I can tell you some of my arsonist jokes. Yes, I have arsonist jokes, haven't we all? When arsonists get arrested, they're caught red-handed. When arsonists lose their job, they're fired. Okay, I'll quit it. Now, we will be getting the Night Shield eventually, but not right now. Yeah, maybe I should start using the thunder magic more, as it can make short work of most enemies. This isn't even the most powerful version of the thunder magic. Yeah, you remember where we saw the store that sold the Night Shield? Yeah, maybe we want to pick it up soon. But not right now. So, I think I'm going to rest up at the inn here. Maybe I should have explained this earlier, but there are inns scattered throughout all of the world, and they restore all of your life, but no, not all of your magic. Well, they don't restore any of your magic, so keep that in mind, as there are places that you can get your magic refilled at the cost of some horns, so they can be pretty handy. So, the inns can range in prices from 0 horns, meaning they're free, to actually I don't know the top limit, the upper limit, that is. So, you notice the disfigured, slightly disfigured wall at the top there? Well, that's actually an indication that we can use a certain item on it, but we can't do anything about that now, so we'll just wait for later. Now it's time to look around for some secrets. Maybe there's one right here. Okay, guess not. Well, in any case, looking for secrets, as I've said before, is much better than in The Legend of Zelda, because even when you get a better weapon than the axe, switching to the axe to cut down bushes is still infinitely better and faster than having to go between two different screens just so that you can use the candle to burn another bush, or waste nearly all of your bombs on finding a single secret. So it's much less time consuming. I think there's a secret somewhere on this screen. So, it's gotta be around here somewhere. Maybe this way. There we go. So, what have we got here? It's a magic shop. This is one of the places I was telling you about. They refill your magic at the cost of some horns. But I don't really need to use it since my magic is full, of course. Another secret right here. That's really nice. So, I think I'll look around a bit more. I mean, I'm not sure I want to go to the third dungeon just yet. But, I suppose I can spend some time looking for some more secrets. Maybe I should have done a bit more practice on this before heading in. Don't worry, I'm now using a practice file so I won't get fumbled and lost. No, actually know what I'm doing. Kari-Kari. Remember that town for later, viewers. So, the top file that you've seen before is what I'm using as my practice file. And I'm basically using it to determine what I'm going to play through next in the Let's Play, as it's become quite clear that I'm doing quite terribly when I don't know what I'm doing. And as you see, the thunder magic is a killer. It is really powerful, and it's almost too cheap to use on bosses. As I've said before, that's not even the strongest version. Here's a nice little secret. You can earn 10 horns. The thunder magic is really good. And later on, you can get a more powerful version of it. And that's obscenely overpowered, especially against boss fights. Okay, I guess there's no secret. Oh wow. Now, maybe we can try looking in the desert now. I know it's dangerous to go here without the Knight's shield, but, you know, they wouldn't call me the Mississippi King if I weren't so talented at being gutsy and getting through it alright. So, maybe it's this way? I think the town of Kari-Kari should be around here somewhere. Okay, maybe it's not a good idea to fight these things. And here we are, the town of Kari-Kari. Oh man, they took the magic rope. That's a shame. Yeah, it's actually in the third labyrinth. And I think I should have explained this earlier, but basically, at the shops you'll see some people selling you a magic feather. That does not teleport you outside of dungeons. In fact, it can't even be used in dungeons. Instead, it teleports you while you're on the overworld to the place that you last saved. And it can be somewhat useful. So we can actually go around Kari-Kari to get to that other building. But here's another secret. 10 horns, so that's pretty good. And if you head this way, and then go south, like so, you can reach this building. What's inside? Dead bodies. And some magic oil. Now, you may think that the magic oil restores all of your magic. It does not. Instead, there's an enemy later on in the game. We won't be needing to use the magic oil for a while now. But there's an enemy later on in the game that can rust your armor, and you end up taking more damage that way, I believe, and the magic oil fixes that. I don't know why they couldn't have included an item that restores all of your magic. Because the golden apple is really good. Basically it works as potions do in The Legend of Zelda. And it restores all of your life. So it's a one-use item, but it can come in handy a lot. So maybe I shouldn't have went that way. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pick up the Knight's Shield. Now, you may think we're far away from that. Oh, here's a secret, by the way. But you may think we're far away from that. But there is a secret right here that will bring us really close to it. 100 horns. So we won't have to do all that grinding just to just to get the Knight's shield. So, once I get enough to buy it, I will meet you back at the shop that sold it. If they give me any. Sure, I can find some more horns around here somewhere. Hey you, draw some. Not bread. I need horns. When I need horns the most, that's when they're the most scarce. Could someone drop some? Why not you? No, I don't want healing. Okay, there's gonna be someone who has them. There we go! Now I will meet you at the shop. And we're here at the shop. So let's go buy that shield. And this is another thing that I think the game does much better than The Legend of Zelda. Once you get a new shield, it's yours for the entirety of the game. There are no like-likes, which I swear must have been programmed by Satan himself. Okay, there are enemies that resemble like-likes, but they just steal your money gradually, and you can shake them off. So, and sure, losing your money is somewhat irritating, but I'd take that over losing a 250 horn shield any day of the week. So, you cannot lose the Knight's shield now that you have it. That is really helpful. Now, the Knight's shield isn't the best in the game, the best being the Dragon shield. But it's really good. It can block these axes, as you can see. And it can also block swords from some enemies. It can't block beams or other similar projectiles like that. But it blocks most projectiles. It's pretty good. It can also block fireballs. So this is going to make fighting these enemies much more tolerable. So, I think now it's time to go to the third dungeon, which is west of Kari-Kari, as the kid in Kari-Kari said. Here it is. This is the third dungeon. And now it's time to try out the torch. So let's switch back to our axe. These guys should go down pretty easily, they're pretty slow. The blue versions of them can be a bit of a nuisance later on, but what we want to do is head up here and avoid these things. Spears? Whatever they are. Just dodge them and go into this room, and once you kill the enemies, you'll get a key. One of the things I should say about the game is that its music will never be as iconic as The Legend of Zelda, but it's understandable that it wouldn't be so iconic. It's still pretty good, though. I mean, it often can evoke the sense of adventure that is part of the appeal of The Legend of Zelda, and this game for that matter. Well, the music is really good, but, you know, it's gotta have more cowbell. Future dungeons make the puzzles more complicated, but the ones in this one are pretty simple. Who am I kidding? They're not really more complicated. So, here we're introduced to a teleporter. It teleports you to other parts of the dungeon. Yeah, I know, Captain Obvious, but here we are. And future dungeons will get significantly more complex with their teleporters, and they'll also start faking you out for the treasure chest in the dungeon. Like, you'll have some enemies that look just like them, but are actually fakes. Now let's kill these guys. They should give us a key. Bite my shiny metal, and we're back. I forgot to switch to my axe. As I was saying, you kill these suckers and you'll get a key. See? So let's look around some more. And if we kill all the enemies in here, we can get another key. If I don't die, that is. Although, lucky you, you won't have to actually sit through watching me get to here if I die. You will just be seeing the edited version. And I have to actually edit this stuff. So you're lucky I'm not subjecting you to that. You know, I am your antidote to your daily dose of internets. You know, YouTube comments can be pretty cancerous. Except you guys. Well, except when you are cancerous. Which is more times than not. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, let's go in here, and here's the dungeon item. You probably already know what it is. I've already told you. It's the magic rope. I don't see what's so magical about it, considering it lets you climb up rock walls, which is pretty much what any other rope does. I don't see what makes that magical. But whatever. Let's keep going. We should be getting pretty close to the boss. Maybe it's right through this door, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah, here we are. So, just spam thunder magic. Now this boss is a complete reused version of the first boss pretty lazy, but this boss actually has a new attack, so watch out for that. He can turn into a bubble. But there's nothing much to him. He can bite my shiny metal axe. In the next part, we'll continue our quest and get some new items that we can now access thanks to the magic rope. This is the Mississippi King, signing out.